Alright, guys, welcome back to the garage. Episode 7.
Yeah.
Today we're going to break down the main card of Jared Cannonier versus.
Caio Borralho.
See,
Borralho.
I could get the last name, but then I blanked on the first name again.
Caio.
Yeah. We'll start from the bottom. Edmund Shabazian versus Gerald Mearshart. I think it's pretty interesting.
Yeah, Shabazian's an interesting fighter. You were telling me about him because I haven't seen very much of him.
Yeah, I think the first time I had heard of him was his fight against Derek Brunson. He got beat pretty bad against Brunson. Then went on to get knocked out by Imavov. Lost a decision to Jack Hermanson. Picked up a win. Got finished. Picked up a win. And is now fighting Mearshart. So, he's 13-4. So, obviously, I believe Derek Brunson was his first loss. At the very least in the UFC, it was his first loss.
No, that was his first career loss.
Yeah, that's 4 total, so yeah. Since then, he hasn't quite been the same.
Yeah, he struggles with bigger names, it seems like. Brunson, Hermanson, Imavov, and then Anthony Hernandez, I'd argue, is... He's not fantastic, he's not a huge name, but he's pretty good.
Edmund's only 26. Mearshart's 36. But he's got 2.5 inches of reach on him.
He's got a lot of fights, too.
Yep.
Mearshart's like a... He's almost like a Paul Craig type. He's very chinny, but he's got better hands. He's like really, really good on the ground. Not with limbs so much, but more like chokes. He's really good with his chokes on the ground and like top control. And he's got okay hands.
Yeah, he's finished a couple people.
Mm-hmm. I mean, he's got 28 submission wins.
Yeah.
I think almost all of those are chokes or like face cranks, something like that.
Yeah, there's a couple like Kimuras, but for the most part, it's just all different variations of choking
Guillotines
someone
and
out.
rear naked.
Arm triangle chokes.
There's an arm bar, anaconda, arm triangle. Yeah. Few TKOs.
Yeah, but man has also been finished a good number of times in his own right.
Yes, he has.
He's getting up there.
The fight that really sticks out to me with him is Hamzat. But again, that's Hamzat, and since then, he's done pretty well. He lost to Pfeiffer and Petrosky. And I'm not even going to try and pronounce that guy's name. Jotko is his last name. Jotko.
Yeah, the problem with Edmund is like they pushed him a little bit before that Brunson fight because he was undefeated.
Mm-hmm.
And then I didn't even know he fought AJ Dobson. That was on the Rebus versus Namajunas card. Didn't we cover that one?
No.
Or is that... Oh, we recorded...
That was... It was Namajunas and Cortez.
Didn't we do Amanda Lemos and Rebus? Was that something?
Yeah.
Okay,
Lemos and Rebus.
Okay, yeah. Yeah.
Or, what was it? I don't remember.
That's what my brain says. I could be completely wrong. It's been like 7 weeks and I already don't remember our first episode.
Yanderoba.
Okay. So, no, I was wrong. But, yeah, I didn't even know the AJ Dobson fight happened. I can't tell you if he looked good in that last one or not, is my problem.
I mean, he knocked him out, so he must have.
Yeah, and, Mearshart looked good against Barberena, too. He got him cut.
Yes, he did.
And that face crank was pretty nasty. So, I don't know. I mean, yeah, I was thinking I can't even really give a clear who wins or who doesn't or how they win.
I think Gerald Mearshart's going to use his reach. He's going to jab. Because that's the way he boxes anyways. He's got good boxing combos and he uses his jab. He doesn't really kick a lot. He's very stand-up, punchy, and then takedown, chokey. I don't know how Shabazian fights, so I can't say anything about him.
And for the next one, Neil Magny versus Michael Morales. I think this one is going to be pretty interesting.
He's at the Neil Magny test.
Yep.
Part of his career.
Yep. Neil Magny he beats most of these up-and-coming guys.
Yes, he does.
Michael Morales has quite a lot of power, so does Neil Magny. I haven't seen Morales really have his chin tested too much. We've seen
he gets cracked.
Okay. We've seen Magny's tested quite a bit at the
Morales keeps his chin up a little bit. He's got pretty... It's not bad striking defense. He just gets hit a lot, but he hasn't been knocked out. So
Yeah, he's not particularly
If fine.
fast, but he's very strong.
yeah,
He
very strong.
every time he lands a shot, even if it's not like clean, it seems to hurt these guys. So we'll see how he does against Neil Magny. I
Since March of 2022, he's gone win-loss alternating, and he was just came off a win. So if you're going off of that, he should lose. That's
Yeah,
not a real statistic.
yeah,
Don't base anything
yeah.
off of that, but
And you also got to look at
it is a thing.
the 37 to the 25.
Yeah, he is getting old.
Even if Neil Magny might be a bit better and a bit tougher, Michael might come out there and just hit him so hard, he's not gonna know which side of the octagon he's on anymore, and it's gonna
Yeah.
be over.
He's getting to that age where,
You know,
especially in welterweight, he's getting to that age where
and we've
you
seen
start
how
to lose some of your shine.
we've seen how Neil Magny can lose too. You can take him to a decision, you can submit him,
Yep.
so you can finish him, you can knock him out. I personally would like Neil Magny to win, just so we can see 30 wins.
He's definitely got an advantage on the ground.
Yeah, and experience, obviously. I mean, like 3 times the fights, almost. But it always sucks to have double-digit losses. But at the very least, going 12-0 isn't the worst thing ever. 42 fights. I'm going to give it to Neil Magny.
I agree. I think he'll be able to take him down in control and find a path there.
All right, so for these next 2 fights, I believe both of these guys...
These are the not contender series, the tough.
Yeah, Ultimate Fighter finishers.
Yes.
Finalists.
We didn't watch it.
Did not. But you got Marion Santos, 14-1, 14-1-0, 24, 72-inch reach, 5'6". His opponent, 12-2-1, 31, 5'6", and has 66-inch reach. So Marion Santos, I think, has quite, just going off of stats purely, has a better record. He's much younger. And that reach is pretty nasty. So I would probably give it to Santos based purely off of numbers. With the next one, Ryan Lauder, Robert Valentin, I'm not sure. I couldn't tell you anything. 29-33, same height, same weight, obviously. Ryan has 1 inch less in reach. So yeah, that's what those two are. Pay attention to those. No discredit to those guys. I just didn't pay attention. I thought about catching up with it, but I didn't even realize it's already over. So
Yeah, we even tried to watch last season with Connor and Chandler, and
that one sucked really bad.
yeah, it just hasn't been good, so we haven't watched it. So we don't know anything about the fighters coming out of it until they show up on the cards.
Yeah.
So we might make a little post thing afterwards, be like, this is what we thought about the Contender Series guys and what we think about their career or something. I don't know.
Yeah, we need to keep up with that stuff more for sure. I keep on looking at it and it's like, oh yeah, and then I just
I recognize the people off of last year's that won
yeah.
when they come up. I'm like, oh yeah, that guy.
Angela Hill and Tabitha Ritchie.
They've been around, or Angela Hill has been around for a while.
Quite a bit. 10 years older than Tabitha. An inch taller. 3.5 more inches of reach. But
2014.
Hill has also been through it.
Yes, she has.
She's on a 2-fight win streak right now. Tabitha Ritchie,
She's good. She's got really, really good ground control.
she's baby shark.
Mm-hmm. She put you in the water, guys. Angela Hill, she's a very well-rounded fighter. She's been around for a while. She doesn't have knockout power, though. She's not a very heavy, knockout finisher. She's kind of got pillow hands, which isn't the worst thing. I mean, Max Holloway says that he doesn't really have knockout power, which is bullshit. I'm going to be honest. He very clearly
To an extent,
does.
yeah, he very clearly can knock people
Yeah,
out.
but no, she's got good striking. She can strike. She's a very good striker. She comes from Muay Thai. She doesn't have knockout power. Lately, at least.
And it's a shame that age plays such a role in it. Like, it's not impossible for a 39-year-old Angela Hill with, what does she have, 40 fights versus 29-year-old Tabitha Ritchie who has 12. At the same time, though, that there's just a lot more, like, drive to it, you know? Tabitha has a lot more, in her head probably, she has a lot more chance of actually winning and getting to that title picture than Angela Hill does.
Yes,
So,
yeah.
And I feel like as you get older, me not being a fighter, I don't know, but I feel like as you get older and you've been tested through it, she's been put through it so many times, she's won and she's lost, she's gone up and she's gone down, she probably doesn't have the same fire that she used to. But
It's been 4 years since she's knocked someone out.
hopefully,
And it was a TKO. She's never knocked anyone out cold.
hopefully she can come out and put in a good performance and maybe get a win. So,
I think Tabitha takes this one.
yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. I always hate the passing of the guard. I hate seeing the old guard leave, but
I remember
it's
watching.
necessary.
I like Jillian Robertson. She's definitely not the most complete, well-rounded fighter. She's fun to watch, though. She's got good grappling, and she's just entertaining to watch on the ground. And she, Tabitha Ritchie, like, beat her at her own game completely. It was really interesting to watch. Outstruck, out takedown, out controlled, all over.
All right, now this next one pisses me off. Not really. I just hate Jared Cannonier.
Well, this will be good for you because I don't think he takes this one.
Yeah.
Caio's fucking interesting stat about the gym that Caio fights out of. He's out of the Fighting Nerds, which is the same gym that John Silva came out of, or is out of. And they're now 14-0 in the UFC, I believe. They had someone join, so I'm talking like the original. They had someone join that had like 2 losses, but I don't think they're UFC losses. So like, I don't remember her name, but she fought recently, I'm pretty sure. But they're 14-0, I believe, because the article I'm looking at's a month ago, and I believe it's in between when he fought Charles Jourdain and Drew Dober. So I think they're 14-0 since John Silva picked up another win, and then last week, Prates, he's also out of Fighting Nerds. He picked up another win. And that was another knockout that you predicted, or we predicted on the podcast. We said that Lee was going to get knocked out for the first time in his career, and it happened.
Yeah.
And we've called that specific thing, like, not that specific thing, but someone getting knocked out. We've called that a few times now. Mystic.
Yeah, man, you got...
But they also have a combined 42-fight MMA win streak with 4 UFC fighters at the time of this article being written. Again, someone's been added since then. So.
Yeah, dude. Cannonier, poopy, just got finished by Imavov. Beat fucking Marvin Vettori, who I also think is pretty trash. He technically won a decision against Sean Strickland. I'm not the biggest Sean Strickland fan. I don't hate him or anything, but I definitely think he won that fight. That was Strickland's fight.
The problem with the way that Sean fights is that he's a very boring fighter to watch, so it's very easy to score against him because he's not very active and he's not doing a lot.
Yeah, and
he wins a lot of the fights, I think.
Cannonier's just as shitty and boring, like his Adesanya fight. And then the Kevin Gastelum fight, I don't even remember. Don't even remember the Robert Whittaker fight.
Did you know he's fought Jan and Glover?
Yeah, he's fought a lot of guys. When did he fight Derek?
Dominic Reyes.
When did he fight Derek Brunson? I must have skipped it.
2022.
There it is, yeah. Yeah, that fight is one of the worst fights I've ever seen in my entire life. But, I don't know, man. I'm not a fighter, but I just, every time I watch Cannonier fight, I'm like, how is this dude even here? It's crazy how he's gone up. He was a heavyweight first, right? And then a light heavyweight?
Yeah, he's moved down 2 weight classes since his...
And I think he looks better than he looked then.
Oh, for sure.
But
100%.
At the same time, Cal just...
Caio's so good,
He just hits so hard. And he's very technical. I mean, it's kind of hard looking at his last opponent and Paul Craig, who he just kind of embarrassed on the feet. I don't think he's going to necessarily do that to Cannonier as quickly, but if I
He's got Cannonier has very patient striking.
unofficial betting advice, I'd put money on
Caio.
Yeah,
I don't know how.
On finishing it.
You think?
Yeah.
Okay.
I really, especially after if you take into account that Cannonier's on he just got finished.
That's true. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
3-2 in his last 5.
He could capitalize on that, and that's what I want to see at least. I don't like having a vendetta against a fighter. I want Cannonier to be able to have like a career and make money, but anytime you put him on, anytime he gets the spotlight, like the headlines an event, I'm always like, oh, this guy, cool.
There's a big grappling disadvantage. Caio's got really good takedowns, and Cannonier has really trash takedown defense.
Yep.
So, there's that too.
That's really all we have to say about this fight night, though, unfortunately. I feel like the next one is going to be a little bit similar. At the very least, there are like names on there that I do want to talk about, like Andre Petroski, Ryan Spahn, Oven St. Peru, Gilbert Burns, Sean Brady, Jessica Andrade, Steve Garcia, Kyle Nelson, Matt Chanel. You know, we're Matt Chanel fans here as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, that one will be decent. I don't understand why is Trevor Peak. I mean, Trevor Peak's good, but why is he before Ryan Spahn and Oven St. Peru?
I don't know. I think he came off a loss.
I guess Spawn's also off of 2 losses in a row, so 3 losses in a row. God damn.
Ryan Spann's not.
Yeah, he's not doing so good. The last fight oh my god, that was 2 years ago. The last fight I remember of him was against Reyes when he knocked him out with a jab, and that was in 2022 November. So yeah, okay. Superman has not had a great streak, but
No.
yeah, we'll be talking about that one next week, and then of course 306 is going to be fucking gigantic.
That's going to be great for us to talk about.
Gonna have a lot to talk about.
Yes.
I hope they don't add any more fights to it. They probably will, but I want to be able to talk about all these fights like extensively.
I hope they add one or 2.
I mean, yeah, it'd be nice if we had prelim and an early prelim, but if they do, make them fucking good fights. I like researching these guys.
Add one more good fight.
And learning more about them, but at the same time, it's like, who's Ketlin Souza? I have to spend time learning about her when I could just really be getting analytical about these other fights. But, you know, that's what we're here for. So, we're not going to make this a 20-minute long podcast, so my beautiful girlfriend Freddie whipped us up another Guess That Fighter slideshow. It's put together by Smesh MMA, something like that.
Smash This Guy, I think.
Smash This Guy, yeah. We'll have it on screen, and then we'll have the link in the description as well. Without further ado, Guess the Fighter. I'm gonna be transparent. I saw this one while setting it up, so I know who this is. So I'm gonna let Ness guess this one. Notable losses to get that TKO to Paul Felder. Submitted Clay Guida. Submitted Jim Miller. So this guy's got to be pretty good on the ground. Must be a lightweight guy.
Is it? No.
Gotta look at the record too.
I don't think Oliveira has that many losses, does he?
I don't know.
I think it's Oliveira.
Yeah, it's Oliveira. I don't know who all those losses are against, but I mean, he had a lot in the beginning because people called him a quitter.
Yeah.
You know, he got his throat torn against Holloway, I'm pretty sure. Or esophagus, whatever.
Something, yeah.
Okay. Dan Henderson, Luke Rockhold, Anderson Silva. Oh, I should know who this is.
I think I know who it is.
Why don't I know who this is?
I think it's Bisping.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay.
I believe that's Bisping.
Yeah. For some reason, my brain was like, is this light heavyweight? Is this middleweight? Yeah. If it's Rockhold, it would have to be middleweight. Henderson. Yeah. I didn't watch that era. That was very much just me seeing like clips.
I saw the middle two, and then I was like, that might be Bisping.
That
and then
should
I
be
saw
what
the
gives
top
it away.
one, and I was like, oh yeah, he lost his eye.
Yep. I forget how he beat Anderson Silva too, because the clip you see of that one the most is when his mouthpiece comes out and then it doesn't get stopped and he like eats that knee.
Yep.
And Silva thinks he wins. Yeah, definitely Bisping. One eye Bisping. Darren Till lost to Steven Thompson, lost to Davian Maya. I think I know who this is. Do you think you know? Not sure about the Damian Maya fight. Because I didn't watch this guy very much.
He's been around for a while.
Yes, I didn't watch this guy very much until around the Darren Till Thompson fight. I think it was the Darren Till fight because I remember when this guy started winning again and I heard that he'd fought Thompson. I was like, whoa, they fought each other? They gotta do that again.
I want to say, no, Gilbert Burns was in the last one, so it's not Gilbert Burns.
I'll give you one
Is it
hint.
Kevin Holland? No.
I'll give you one hint. He's currently retired, technically. Or he did retire.
Fuck, I should know this one.
I guess he's technically no longer retired, but he retired from the UFC.
Shit, I don't think I know this one.
3, 2, 1. Give your best guess.
Fucking, yeah, I don't know. I really don't know.
It's Jorge Masvidal.
Oh, yeah.
Got the tattoo.
Yeah, I forgot about the Darren. Yeah.
Is that Magic the Gathering?
No.
Are you sure?
It's Yggdrasil.
Oh, I'm a nerd and stupid. I'm the dumb type of nerd. I just saw the colors and I saw the tree and I was like, oh, like a forest.
No.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah, I haven't watched any Masvidal fights. I think I watched the Darren Till one, and that might have been it.
Yeah, I got really into him for a bit just because I was watching the, what's that? The Kimbo Slice backyard.
Oh, yeah.
He fought, I can't remember what the guy's name was, but Roy? I don't think it's that, but Jorge had a couple really good fights in that one. Against this one guy specifically, it was just a fucking bloodbath. But, yeah. Ooh, this is gonna be hard. John Dodson, TKO loss. Lost to Jose Alberto Quinones. That's the guy that Sean beat years ago. So this is bantamweight. Did John Dodson fight at bantamweight later in his career? So I'm pretty sure that's the same Albert. I think those other two are outside of the UFC as well. This is gonna be a little bit... man. This is either somewhat old, like 10 years ago, or this is before I was watching the UFC. Because I know John Dodson. He's funny. He has this iconic celebration where he's just like running around, jumping, kicking his legs and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
That's what I know him from. I don't even know, dude. That wouldn't be Dominic Cruz. He didn't lose to. I'm trying to think of a bantamweight guy that's older and isn't like amazing. Because I'm just thinking of like Caio Borralho. That's not bantamweight either. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah,
I don't think I know. I was trying to come up with something just to guess, but it's Nathaniel Wood. Oh, that's embarrassing for me because I like that guy. Okay, that was before I started watching him.
Oh.
And that's funny too, actually, because now that I think about it, am I thinking of the same John Dodson then? I don't think that guy went up to that big, because I thought he was a flyweight. I don't know. I'll have to check my sources on that and try to correct myself on screen. But, and I remember when I was watching the MMA On Point interview again somewhat recently, where they were talking, or a video where they were talking about, I think Tony Ferguson maybe, about just like people losing, how it feels to get knocked out, every kind of thing.
Yeah.
And he was bringing up the John Dodson where he got like flashed and everything. So that's extra salt on the wounds. I definitely should have known that. But
yeah, I feel like I should have known the Masvidal one. Shit
yeah,
happens.
yeah, that it sucks.
The D's with the D's.
Okay, Cyril gone, KO. Oh, I think.
Yeah, I say that's a little easy because of
Yeah.
the cropping on there.
It's
It's too evolved.
Oops. Oh, come on. I didn't even see that either. To be fair though, you could have took that out and I think we would have easily known. You see the Surrogan loss, Derek Lewis KO, elbow, that one's like, but then the Greg Hardy KO, it's like, oh yeah, no, that's definitely Tui. That's definitely poor Bam Bam.
Yeah. Bad timing after last week.
Chad Mendez, Dennis Seaver, okay. Well, we know who this one is. Do you know who this one is?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. It's the Notorious.
That's
Yep. Damn, we're gonna fly through these. It's either ones we had like we're just scratching our heads, or we're like, oh yeah, I know this. Oh,
Pantoja.
it's not Pantoja.
No, I'm looking at the rest.
Yeah, no, because
Pantoja,
that was my
Elliott.
thought, and then it's like, no, it can't be.
Benavidez twice.
I wanna. No. I wanna say Cejudo.
No, he doesn't have that many fights.
Cejudo doesn't have that many?
No.
Damn. Okay. Who is it
And
that?
he never fought Pantoja.
Yeah, you're right. You're definitely right. I'm trying to think who they fed Benavidez to in his last fight. My brain was thinking that it was Henry Cejudo. Maybe it was Henry Cejudo, and this is just somebody else who's beaten Benavidez twice. Wouldn't be DJ. 20-1 when he fought Alex Perez.
Words in these songs, they do inspire.
Fuck.
I vaguely remember somebody submitting Tim Elliott by guillotine. I cannot think of who it was though. Would it be Brandon Moreno?
I think so. That's what I was thinking off my first guess.
Nope.
Oh,
okay.
Figueiredo.
Yeah, his opponent. Yeah, okay. Maybe that's who I'm thinking. I know I saw somebody fight. I saw somebody just destroy Benavidez, and I was like, oh, why are they doing this to him? He's already dead. Okay. Arm triangle choke by Muhammad Makayev. Loss to Matthias Nicolau. That is all I can go off of.
That's all.
Who did Muhammad Makayev fight before he fought Broken Toe guy, Manel K. Cop?
I don't know. I didn't watch any of Makayev's fights.
I
until then.
somewhat liked him. Just because the first fight I saw of him was actually pretty exciting, but that might have just been his one exciting fight. I can't think of who his opponent is. Mostly because I haven't paid much attention to flyweight.
19 and 13.
Yeah, right? That's rough. I haven't paid much attention to flyweight. Besides, like, you know, the biggest fighters there, of old. Like, even then, like, I say, like, Ray Borg. He wasn't even a big fighter. I mean, he was okay, but he lost a lot, and he was someone who lost to DJ, you know, with suplex armbar. Like, I know that kind of era of people. I don't really know a lot of the current flyweight guys, even. Like, other than, for me, it's Moreno. It was Makayev, Pantoja, and Figgy. And Figgy went up, so. And Kai Kara France, obviously. Those are. Now you have Steve Erceg, too. But. Yeah, very recently I'm getting familiar with these guys, so I don't know. And it's Tim Elliott.
Tim Elliott.
Okay. And it's a guy I know, but I didn't watch fight very much. What I know about Elliott is that he got suspended for like 2 years because he smoked weed. That was stupid. And then he's like beating the shit out of somebody against the cage in one of his like last couple years fights. And he's like, I know what you did to that woman. And the guy's just like, I was misunderstanding or whatever.
Yeah.
And yeah, the commentator's like, whoa, what's that about?
Yeah.
I
I remember that.
Yeah, that was weirdly very tense to watch him like beat the shit out of him and say those things. Because at first you would think like, oh, dude just like talking crazy, you know, just trash talking. And then he's like, those are allegations or some shit like that. It's like, whoa, okay, whoa. So there's
he knew something.
something's going on. I mean, maybe they really were allegations, but it's just the fact of like, oh, there's actually something going on there beyond just him talking shit. Yeah, that one is pretty cool.
Randy Brown.
Timmy, Shorty Ray, Alan Joban. Gosh, this is a fighter I don't think I've watched. Welterweight. I know, it's welterweight. Who's Vicente Luque. I'm trying to think of someone Luque beat someone recently. Wasn't Tyron Woodley, because Luque was his last fight in the UFC. Yeah, I'm gonna be real, I don't even know. That's Bilal? Yeah, I guess those are people he fought really early in his career.
Yeah.
Because I know those top three names, but my brain is like, I think Tim Means is a heavyweight,
That
so
many
that's not
decisions
right.
should have been.
Oh, you know what, you're right, yeah. They really should have. Average fight time of 14 minutes and 54 seconds. Bilal Muhammad,
Yeah.
the champ. Yeah, I think. How many wins does Bilal have now? Like, he's got like at least 10 more fights in this or something, right?
Yeah, this is really early.
Yeah. So
Super early.
I feel like I know about the Luque loss too, but I definitely didn't see it happen. So. Okay, we do have another one. I haven't been counting, but I know we only have like 10, so we're getting close.
Ooh.
Beat Sadiq Yusuf, Nick Lentz, Gilbert Melendez. Okay.
Oh, who did Sadiq just fight? It's whoever Sadiq just fought.
You think that was his last?
I think so. No, I think Yusuf got knocked out. I don't know.
This is rough too because Yusuf has like fought around a lot of the people that I very vaguely know. Like I'm pretty sure he fought Charles Jourdain. There was one card where we're talking about people and Yusuf was the opponent of like 4 other people on the card.
Yeah.
And they were all fights that I hadn't seen. This is not a very winning record for winning. This is not good for the garage. Gilbert Melendez. I'm trying to think of Gilbert Melendez's last fights too, and that's really eluding me. Well, let's see.
I was gonna say Arnold Allen is a wild fucking guess before you clicked, and I didn't get it out. I would have had that. Fuck that. I'm counting that. I was literally gonna say fuck it, Arnold Allen.
Yeah, dude. It's like, oh yeah, this is before I paid attention to who he was. I had kind of heard about him. I know I heard about him before the Max Holloway fight. I'd watched him fight before that, but that was the one where I really had given him the most attention. Mostly because I was a Holloway fan, and that's the first and only ever event that Ness and I have been to in live. Yeah, that was pretty cool.
That is.
Yeah, that's it.
One, guys.
That was rough.
That was really
that was
shitty.
pretty
That was
rough.
really shitty.
Well, we appreciate you guys for tuning in this week. Little update on Punch Club. Probably putting that on hiatus for the time being. / we're just going to be live streaming it.
Yeah,
Kind of
it's gonna
uploading
be a
the
live
vlogs.
stream thing. It's definitely slowing down. Regardless of however many views we're getting, it's still less popular than the podcast. So we're gonna figure out something else along those lines.
Yeah, and there's also another channel we've been working on, Scared Stupid, a kind of horror thriller kind of thing. We won't get into it that much, but there have been times where I've wanted to work on that project or wish we could allocate more time to that, and I haven't enjoyed Punch Club as much. It's a very fun game, but like there's a lot of off-screen time that needs to be put into it that I'd much rather just be recording and playing something engaging that I could show you guys. So we are going to figure out a game that we can play and upload throughout the week, in between the podcast episodes.
October, it's not going to be a problem because the new Dragon Ball game comes out. So
Yes.
that'll be easy. We'll just be playing the shit out of that.
Yes.
But between now and then, we'll figure something out.
Yeah, and
It'll be good.
we'll see too. Like you'll still see streams of Punch Club every now and again. We'll figure out a game that we'll be playing in between. But yeah, figure by the time October rolls around, the new Dragon Ball game comes out. You're probably going to be getting damn near daily live streams of us just either playing the story on our own time, or just us fighting each other, or whatever that game's going to have to offer. We could even do something goofy and, maybe, what, this is something I wanted to do. I'll see how Ness feels about it. Budokai Tenkaichi 3 is my favorite. It's a very easy game to grind through in just 100%, probably like 8 hours. Probably could finish that, and then as a little celebration to get us ready for the new one coming out. Because you didn't play that one very much, right?
No.
Yeah. That is one of my favorite video games of all time.
I played just... The one that I played was Budokai 2. Not Tenkaichi.
Yeah.
Budokai was like the side scroller.
Yeah, Budokai.
Street Fighter type.
Yeah, Budokai is still fun. I didn't play very many of those at all.
Tenkaichi was fun because of all the characters.
Yep, and I like 3D arena fighters. That's the ones that I'm really good at. Something about the pace of that game too. Like when I watch Sparking Zero, I'm almost like, oh, this is so fast. I'm not going to be as good at this game. Like I'll see when I get
Looks like
into it.
Fighters translated to a 3D.
Yeah.
I'm kind of excited for it because I played so much Fighters.
Tenkaichi's kind of fast, but it also it's slow enough that I'm able to get a really good rhythm with shit. It's going to be fun. We're definitely doing that. Might even do that tonight. So, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoy the fight coming up, the fight card coming up this Saturday. We'll see you next week to talk about that one. And we'll definitely see you next week for Sean O'Malley versus Merab. So, this was the grad.